Feedback. Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
Feedback. Feedback. Feedback.
And take us along with you.
Happy holidays.
Absolutely. Happy Monday. Happy holidays. You're tuned in to Feedback by Hood Research. And I want to say happy holidays to Miss Farmer and to Sister Fedora and Charlene and Derek and to Ron and Michael and Carl. Man, there's just so many that, we know and want to say hello to. Vera and Clementine. What do you want to say good morning to this morning?
Oh, man, it's a beautiful thing. You see, we got the presents out, everybody. Come on down to the station and grab one if you want. It's just an interactive show today. You can call on in, show the love. Holidays coming up. We having a ball down here. Just want to say happy holidays to all the Howard crew. Big Frank in Indianapolis showing the love. The brother that we got in from Oakland that joined. Oh, man, all the good people out there that over the whole year that's just been showing us the love, Miss Broughton. All the Hood Research membership. And those of you who are ready to come on in and join. One of the most progressive, energetic organizations that you can imagine. We just do stuff that you ain't even thought of yet.
All right. Amen. I know that's right. So far during the holidays, I've had an opportunity to attend some holiday programs, Christmas programs, and I went to the 7th District program last week, which was really enjoyable, and two of the Hood Research members won some of the prizes. One won $100, another one won $250, and oh yeah, it was really exciting, And we had the senator who came down, Senator Santana, and it was food from a nice restaurant that they served, which was some nice thick lamb chops and macaroni and cheese and pasta, and they had some homemade cookies from some, I don't know who made them, but they were delicious. And so the district manager was there as well. And the DJ was good. It was just a nice evening to meet and greet, and there were so many Block Club members and presidents there, and it was an enjoyable time.
What it's all about. You've been doing a lot of events there, Miss Broughton.
Yes, just getting out there, and glad that it didn't snow so that the roads would be bad. We know it's coming, but it was a really nice week last week, and then was it Friday or Saturday? The temperature went up to 50 degrees.
Yeah, we had it good this weekend.
Yes. So weather people say that we probably won't have snow for Christmas.
Good.
But but we know that it is sometimes like that, and you just enjoy your loved ones anyway. Just enjoying them anyway.
That's all, and we got to bring some, energy to the city.
Oh, definitely.
It just seems like all day long on the news, it's just one crazy thing after another.
And we have to hear about this crazy man that's trying to get at the top of the road for his party, and the media keeps giving him free publicity. Now, that's what I find interesting. He, of course, is trying to raise more money since that's where his head is. And there's some Kool-Aid drinking people who give him more money. But in the meantime, the media is crazy for just giving him coverage every day. I just turn the TV off and listen to Christmas music. But anyway, last week, we had a nice guest on, Anthony Brogdon, who has written a book about black business owners starting in the 1800s.
That's right.
Early. I'm talking about prior to slavery being abolished. Oh.
And we got a copy here, folks, signed by the author. Now,
Yeah.
we want you to join Hood Research to get a copy of these. But it's the holidays, and we in the giving spirit. So, first person to call today and check in, we're going to have one waiting for you here at the station. Make sure that you go over these things with your kids. There's so much good stuff in here, Miss
Oh,
Bro.
yeah.
It's incredible.
And you know, to hear that your people who were brought to this country in the belly of a ship still, as the lady said, and still we rise.
Yes, indeed.
There was a man that we heard about named Henry Boyd who became an extremely wealthy man before slavery was abolished. You know, he made, I think this was one, there was several of them. I think he was the one who made the bed frames. And how he became wealthy was he sold them to apartment buildings and hotels. That means he had to sell quite a few. So, of course, he tried to patent, and we are not giving no patent to you.
Which is why right now, let's just be honest. If we had owned the rights to everything we've invented, which is pretty much this Afromations book,
Oh, yes.
trust me.
Oh, as a matter of fact, we need to see what is today. Who is
We're
recognized
going to look
today?
it up for sure.
This is December the 18th, 2023.
Let's see what we got here for December the 18th. Folks, we're going to go into this new year really understanding that we've done some incredible things. And we got to start, honoring what we've done. Because a lot of times we really don't understand. We are powerful people. We got to get a little, psyched up about all of this.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I know that's right.
Let's see what we got
That's
here.
right.
All right, the 18th of December. Wow.
It was on
The
the 18th.
13th Amendment in 1865, which abolished slavery, was ratified by Congress on this day. Look at that, folks.
1865
the 13th
on
Amendment
December
that abolished
the
slavery.
18th.
December the 18th. Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
wow.
How about that, folks?
Huh.
Oh, my. Guess who was born on this day, Miss Broden?
Uh-oh.
I'm sure this is one of your favorite actors. I'm going to give you a hint. It was a couple. They were one of the most...
Ossie Davis?
Dossie Davis.
Oh,
Bingo. You nailed it.
wow. Yes.
Indeed.
When you see a
He was
couple.
born on this
Ossie
day
Davis
in
and Ruby Dee.
1917.
Wow.
And on this day in 1971, folks, Jesse Jackson founded Operation Push. People United to Save Humanity in Chicago, Illinois. So we've had
That's what it's saying for. Push, P-U-S-H, people
United to
united
Save Humanity.
to save humanity. Oh, now that's interesting. I didn't know that that's what that stood for.
See? Let's see, who else we got here? We got one more here. 1898. Fletcher Hamilton Smack Henderson was the first band leader to become famous playing jazz. I never heard this guy, but they say it was the first one to become famous.
Fletch Henderson?
Yeah. You know him?
Fletch Henderson. No, I don't know.
Okay,
I just remember hearing the name.
Oh, okay. He was born in Cuthbert, Georgia in
Where?
1898.
Well,
Cuthbert, Georgia. Anybody out there that's a Georgia
know about Cuthbert?
family come from Georgia, give us a call.
Yeah,
'Cause I know my-
868-4336.
Yes, indeed.
868-4336. Oh my
And
goodness.
868-0351. That's my favorite number.
All right.
Call us this morning. We got goodies. Because we were supposed to have a guest on. They couldn't make it out this morning. But it's okay, because we are definitely enjoying this holiday love, putting it out there for you, and we want to share it with you, because it's
And I
been
want
quite
you
a
to,
year.
yeah, and I want you to know that December the 26th is the first day of Kwanzaa.
Yes.
December the 26th. That would be on a Tuesday, December the 26th. And for 7 days, we want to honor and practice Kwanzaa. And on New Year's Day, her research is going to do Kwanzaa at the historic King Solomon Baptist Church, located on 14th Street.
All right, there
We
it
will
is.
start at 3 p.m. That's New Year's Day.
That's going to be big. 'cause,
That's absolutely, and it's going to be on a Monday too. Yeah, New Year's Day is on a Monday.
and you get a larger audience, because usually you have it down at the museum. And this time it's going to be at the King Solomon Church, so we're going to pack the church, folks, to show the love.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be really nice.
We'll put that on your calendar to remind you that New Year's Day, 3 p.m. Where do you want to be? Hey, historic King Solomon Baptist Church, right there on 14th Street.
Indeed.
And we
indeed.
start at 3 p.m. Yeah, there will be vendors there as well, with their wares, and we encourage you to support them. Walk through and see what they have to offer, and for the past few years, I've been sending out Kwanzaa cards.
Okay.
Kwanzaa cards. They're very nice. The Thursday Luncheon Group, Selena Johnson, the lady that gets college scholarships for children who
Play golf?
she teaches to play golf. Yes, and people need to think about that and know about that as well. She is the past president of the Thursday Luncheon Group. Jill Davis is the current president, and there's a member of the Thursday Luncheon Group who sells Kwanzaa cards. So I've been getting Kwanzaa cards from her to send out. And the reason I send out a Kwanzaa card as opposed to a Christmas card is not that I'm opposed to Christmas. I'm not. But Kwanzaa is a celebration of 7 days that our people need to be reminded of. They need to participate in. And it is a good concept. Now, some diddly boo said, oh, that's made up. Well, hell, all of the holidays are made up, and don't forget it. Easter is made up holiday. Christmas is a made up holiday. Mother's Day, Father's Day are both made up holidays. Did you know there's a Grandparents' Day?
I didn't know that. But I would
There's a
imagine.
They're right. And there should be, huh? And there's a Children's Day as well. But those are not promoted the way others, are promoted.
And you create a holiday because there's a necessity for it. People been doing some good things.
Right.
And you know what? We need to be recognized for those things.
Absolutely. And, my favorite is Sweetest Day. Sweetest Day is for the men, and we need to acknowledge them, lift them up, celebrate them. And it's in October. And Hood Research sponsored a Barton McFarland meeting where we just enjoyed celebrating our men.
Right.
And held it at the Montford Marine Center, which is on Joy Road, just past Schaefer. And the idea of Sweetest Day, I didn't check to see what year it was initiated, but I just thought it was a great idea. And I like it. I'm not against Father's Day, but Sweetest Day is to support all of our men, All of our men are not fathers.
No, they're not all fathers.
See, so we don't want to leave them out.
And we just got to, get the sisters to understand. This
know
is
that's-
the man's day.
Da, da,
They
da,
want
da,
all the day.
I know. So,
Oh, my goodness.
so that's why we did that. And we also encourage the members of the Montfort Marine Center to come in and join us, which they did too. That was special too. Yeah.
And it's always a lot of fun over there at the Montfort Marines. You know, them guys, they cook great catfish dinners and chicken wings and all kind of great stuff, spaghetti, pasta, salad. When we over there, they got the dinners.
Yeah.
They always participate with Hood Research and the Barton McFarland Association when they're having a function. They come on in. They want to know because we all live in the community, folks. You know, it ain't something like, well, this the Barton McFarland community. No. We all live in Detroit. We all live in the state of Michigan. And we all need to be a part of what's going on, making things better. And that's really that's what the meetings are really about.
Right.
Talking about what can we do to make things better.
That's right. Absolutely. And find out if there are any new laws in the city, ordinances or laws that we can benefit from. We heard from, at one of our meetings, Councilman Durhal, who has pushed for some finances from the state to rebuild the recreation center in Rouge Park. And it has suffered from neglect for quite a few years. So there's going to be a big a push to put out a new recreation center. And in his district, which is District 7, there are no recreation centers of quality, none. And people were going to the one in Rouge Park, but why would you want to go there, you know? So the only thing I didn't hear was how long it would take for them to create the recreation center there. For some reason, 2 years comes to mind. But $8 million was set aside for the
one over there on Dexter Elmhurst?
Yeah, Dexter Elmhurst Center, right. And that hasn't begun yet. I attend the school board meetings. And by the way, school board meetings take place every month, every single month. The Board of Education members do not get a pass when school is out in the summer.
Okay.
They're not on summer vacation. Their work continues. And they meet generally on the second Tuesday of each month. And I attend school board meetings. I do not go to every single one because there are also other meetings that take place on that day too. But for quite a few of them, I do attend. And the superintendent of schools stated at one of the meetings that I attended that he was going to build 3 high schools. And one of them was to replace Cody High School west of the Southfield Freeway.
Thank goodness.
Right. And so, okay, I said, that's a good idea. I agree with you. Then a couple of months later, the superintendent says, well, he's going to build 5 schools. I'm like, oh, okay, it's sounding good. He had gotten $1 billion from federal government, $8 million set aside for the Dexter Elmhurst Center. I mean, things just looking good. The meeting in October, I believe it was, he didn't mention anything about the schools. I spoke. I'm like, wait a minute. No shovel has gone in the ground to turn any dirt to build any recreation center. As young folks say, what's up with that? So I'm planning to attend regular school board meetings and bring it up every single time.
Yes.
Somebody was trying to tell me that the schools are suffering and they're going to be in a deficit. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. You know, and if there is a deficit that comes up, we need to start yelling for a forensic audit.
I agree.
A forensic audit. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what a forensic audit is, it's detailed. And they're looking for who stole the money.
Well, they definitely looking for that. They need to know where all this money going. But we saw some of the numbers earlier this year, and they didn't make any sense. I mean, it was like hundreds of millions of dollars went for COVID, those little plastic screens on the desk. And then they said, well, they sent people out there to try to get the children back into the schools in August. And I mean, $100 million for that? Okay, so, it was almost like they were building a road. If you want to make money disappear, they say build a road. So I'm like, that's why we got to,
Yeah.
folks, thank God for Helen Moore, Bill Davis, Theo Broughton, because somebody got to get down in those meetings and put the heat on them. And they there at every meeting putting the heat on. They know what they expect. They know people aren't just going to let them get by with just doing whatever they want to do.
Right.
So this is why they call community advocates, okay?
Absolutely. And we need more community advocates, more and more. We need more of you to support Hood Research by joining. For annual membership is $20.
$20.
Lifetime's $300. But an annual membership is join for a year. Come on and work with us.
And businesses.
Share with us.
Come on in. $40 business.
Right.
$500 lifetime.
Right.
And we always doing things like bringing all the membership down to your business and showing the love. And oh my goodness, people find out you are one of your members of Hood Research, you're all over the place. You on the website. You on the Facebook page. They talk about you on Twitter. So you're gonna get the love.
That's right. Yeah, you need to follow us on Twitter as well. It's now known as X. Oh, man. Speaking of the social media, there's a woman named Frankie. I don't remember them mentioning her last name, but her name is Frankie. She has 6 kids, and I pray to God that she goes to jail.
Oh, my goodness.
ASAP. This woman is on the internet. I don't know if it's TikTok or Peacock or whatever. However, she has millions of people who tune in. She has 6 kids, as I mentioned.
Right.
She is telling people about the brutal way to raise children. And all these millions of people are longing on to hear what she has to say. She has
what's she saying, to beat the
6,
kids or something?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
She has 6 kids. And I don't know if this child was the oldest or not, but he's 12 years old. He escaped from the house and went to a neighbor's house and begged them to call 911, which they did. Can you imagine 6 kids? Now the report, and I'm hoping that it repeats to indicate the ages of the other 5 children. The 12-year-old was able to escape. Can you imagine? Escape the place where you live that's supposed to be home.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Escaped. And thank God the neighbors listened to the child. The woman would use duct tape to bind the kids' bodies, hands, feet, arms. Just all kinds of brutal treatment. And now these 6 children are going to have therapy for a long time so that they don't grow into adults repeating what this woman did to them.
Whew, Lord have mercy. I tell you, it's always something.
The 6 kids were malnourished. I don't know what she fed them that wasn't told, or at least it hadn't been, told yet. But what could it be? 1 slice of bread a day, Whatever she did not give them, it caused them to be malnourished.
And, that's not an excuse these days because so many churches and you got so many food pantries and they'll literally give you food. And sometimes they have so much food, they can't give it all away. So, if you have children out there, people, find out where And you go online and just Google it, and you'll find out where people are having giveaways, and they give away blankets and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
You'll be amazed.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim said we coming up on the break, Miss Bruna.
Oh, okay. Well, I want you to get your orange juice, your coffee, your milk. Call someone and tell them to tune in. And not only tune in, call in. I know it's the holidays, but it's early. And if you have some good news to share, call us and we'll be back momentarily.
I'm James Ford, founder of the Obama Weekend, and a partner of the Hood Research Team, composed of the knowledgeable Theo Broden, the super analyst Henry, and the colorful Al Martin. This team discusses politics, seen and not seen, at the national, state, and local level. But to enhance the goals of this team, join or donate to Hood Research by visiting Twitter or Facebook, or visit hoodresearch.org, or call 248-234-2371. You can also join Hood Research on Phonecast every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 978-990-5000, access code 338729. Thank you very much.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host, Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
All right, everybody settle. Butter, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, you gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime! It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome my first guest tonight, fitness guru, Wally Wallman.
Wally Wallman here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chiminsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first. They'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the
chew
that's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. Social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the chew germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the many adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broten,
And I am the BD Mpinga.
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a Positive Image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
Feedback, feedback, feedback.
Feedback. And we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us right here on the WHPR.
Yes, indeed.
For those who have regular TV with the rabbit ears, just turn on 15.2. And you know, somebody was saying, well, I kind of get it. And I didn't know. And she took some aluminum foil and wrapped it around the antenna. You know, I remember decades ago when that was something that was employed to make the TV clearer. You remember?
Right, you wanted to get them UHF stations.
Right. You know, and I do wonder sometime what happened to the Canadian station.
Well, you know, you still get Channel 9.
You do?
CBC,
Oh, okay.
That's part of the package. I don't know if you get it,
Is it on?
if you don't have the packages.
Oh,
You know, if you just got the antenna, I'm
You
not
may
sure.
not.
Yeah, it might be a little tougher.
Yeah, we'll have to check into that. Now, that's interesting. But anyway, it's the holidays, holiday season. Time to call those you love that you haven't spoken with for a while. You know, time to spend time. I had grandbabies over yesterday. I was just blooming out with grandbabies.
Okay.
And wait a minute, and they were helping me, and I decided, well, okay, let's go in the kitchen. Okay, so went in the kitchen, and I did some homemade soup, and they helped me make that, and they were chopping up the garlic and the onion that goes in the soup, you know, and I made some salad.
Okay.
They helped me with the salad that, you know, is healthy for you and all that. And then I said, have you ever had ambrosia?
Ah.
They said, what?
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, right. And I couldn't find any place around here that sold it. And one day, a member of Hood Research says, I know where they have it. Now, mind you, this was in the summertime. And she did. She found a restaurant that actually makes and sells ambrosia. Right. This was last year. So this year, I couldn't find
Now,
any
for those
place.
listeners who too young to know what an ambrosia salad is, talk to them and let them know.
Oh, yes. It is so delicious. You start out with whipped cream and sour cream, or you can use whipped cream, and you can add yogurt. And then you add to it pecans or walnuts, or another, if you have another nut that's your favorite. Then you add some pretty red cherries.
Oh, yeah.
And then you add some mandarin oranges. And then you add some pineapple. Pineapple makes it really good. Then you look at it and you stir it up and you say, this is what tops it off. You have to shred in some coconut and some miniature marshmallows. Oh, and it is so good. So that's what they had. First time they had ever had it, and of course they really liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Grandmother, can I have some more? I said, of course you can. We had this huge bowl full of ambrosia, big bowl of regular salad, and also the homemade soup. So, needless to say, they're going to be coming back.
Of course. Yes, indeed. Look like somebody calling in trying to get a copy of that Black Business book.
Uh-oh.
Let's see who we got here.
Dum.
Yes. Good morning. You on the air. Feedback. Theo Broughton, Mark Cummings. Talk to us.
Happy Monday.
Hey, how's everybody? How's the holidays?
Oh, we're doing great.
Hey.
Hi, this is Tawana Morris.
Yes, it
and I'm
is.
calling you from my phone, and I'm actually watching you from the phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is the secret to getting us on your phone?
Oh, download WHPR Live.
Uh-huh.
And you have to click on Live Detroit when you install it. Click on Live Detroit, WHPR Live.
Oh, wow.
And streaming.
Oh,
Okay, folks,
wonderful.
You heard it from Miss Tawana, one of the Hood Research finest.
Yes,
She said, make sure you download that app.
Yes.
And
I'm
you-
trying to learn how to do the Twitter and the Facebook and all that, but it takes time for an old person.
Go ahead. You ain't old. Go on.
Oh,
You got some good news for us this morning.
I'm enjoying the season.
You got some.
well, thank you.
I'm going through a little hard time because last time Roxy was on the show, my service star.
Right.
She was on the show with us. And unfortunately, someone took her.
Oh, that's
And
what.
it's been heartbreaking.
Oh, wow.
And she goes with me everywhere. And we were speaking about how her ability to reach out to the seniors, to the children, to the mental health people. And I haven't stopped crying. All I want for this Christmas is Roxy.
Right.
And Elizabeth and I, we're offering $500 for her return.
And I just like to say to people out there, go to the Hood Research Facebook page. We got a post there with a picture of Roxy. What kind of dog is Roxy, so everybody know?
Roxy is a Yorkie.
Okay.
And she's a miniature. And she's just bright. Anybody, and I just felt so bad when I let her outside in the morning. 5 o'clock, it was peaceful. No one was outside. I let her do her business. I went and fixed her breakfast. And when I come back, she wasn't at the door, and I looked all over, and then I just went crazy. I've been driving around, putting up posters. I just contacted Chewy, is a animal group, and I've been to, believe it or not, I even reached out to our city council person. Today I'm going to go out and put out flyers at the school. Thank you, Theo, for that recommendation. And we're doing everything. This is the holiday season. Season, and it's nothing but love and joy. And I hope whoever will return Roxy will treat her with kindness and love. I want her returned, and she was a community animal. She was so everybody, if they look at your past show, Theo, they'll see it. She goes and we do public events for free. And the love, it doesn't cost you anything for love.
Now this was last. Was it? What's the date of the show?
It was 2 weeks ago. This past Thursday, it was when she come up missing.
Right. The reason I'm asking that date is because when people go to YouTube, they can pull up the show and they can actually see her.
Yes.
Right.
And
so
they see how well she interacts with everybody.
Right.
But I'm she's fond of you, Theo. So she used to you.
Yes.
But when she go out into the community, people would approach her.
Right.
And we also talked about the mental health. We talked about Brady. And it was like only about 2 weeks ago.
11.
On a Monday.
So it was the 4th, you think? The 4th of December?
I think it was.
Okay, we'll pull up that show.
Yeah, the 4th of December.
Miss Broden, I'm going to say this, because, everybody like those Yorkies, the ladies like because they carry them in your purse, and, they real cute. And, folks, now somebody out there knows something about this dog, and they know if it's not theirs, give it back. Matter of fact, Miss Broden, can they just call the 248 number for Hood Research?
Sure.
call the Hood Research
thank you
number.
so much.
Sure. Yeah.
And if you know something,
Say something.
just let us know that you know something about the dog. Where can we return the dog? Call. What's the number for Hood Research they can call, Ms. Brooke?
Area code 248-234-2371. Again, area code 248-234-2371.
Indeed. And we gonna
No
find
questions
Roxy.
asked.
Yeah. And we want her
No
to
questions asked.
we want her to come back in a healthy condition which she left.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. And it's going to happen because, folks, it's the holiday season. We don't want nobody to be going through a downtime. We want everybody to be excited and upbeat. So
Right.
do the good thing.
Right.
And be,
Return Roxy.
let's get Roxy
And
back
and
to Miss
Roxy
Tawana
would-
Morris.
And she would go to senior buildings, and the seniors would like to hold her and pet her, and and
to
she
the schools, to the
and she
children.
went
She
to
participated.
during the Halloween season and went around, and other times as well, and the children really enjoyed seeing her, petting her, and playing with her, and that's the reason why the school children need to know, because they are familiar with her. They know her when they see her, and they would be able to get the information.
And that's over there at Barton, right?
That's correct.
Barton Elementary,
Yeah,
folks.
it's the area of Ohio Joy Road, Oakland
area.
Boulevard, Joy Road, in that area.
Wyoming, Joy, Tireman, Esper
Yeah.
crosses across there.
Right.
Folks, I mean, come on now. You don't want to take somebody's dog. It's funny that, why would somebody do that? They did that to a friend of mine. He lived right over there on Rose Line. It ended up on the news. They broke in the house and stole the dog. But I guess the dog was, barking. I guess they took the dog with them. But they eventually, they sent the dog, dropped him off, and they got their dog back.
Huh.
But, people just sometimes, they don't know what they think about. They just do crazy stuff. So just, bring old Roxy back. Because Roxy like the official Hood Research dog. She had all the meetings. She don't bother nobody. She real mellow.
Yes, she does. In all the meetings, the community. She's even been with Brady. She's in the like Phil said, in the senior citizens, and we do it for free for just the act of kindness.
Right. That's right.
And then everybody, it don't have to be anybody special, anybody important. It's for everybody.
That's right.
And it shows a sign of love.
Right.
And animals, they don't care. They're gonna love you.
Yeah.
And this is the season for love.
Absolutely.
We gonna find the Tawana.
Thank you so much.
Hi,
And I
you're welcome.
appreciate y'all.
Hi.
And when you need an advocate, I'm there for you.
Without a doubt,
Roxy
without a
will
doubt.
be too.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, indeed. So, you want the copy of this Black Business book? Or you want one of
Yes,
these?
I do.
We gonna give you
And
that
I'll
and one of
share
these
it
gifts
as
off
well.
here. Because I think we got a lot of bags and
All right.
things here, so
Okay.
get another bag for Roxy.
Thank you.
That's what it's
All
about.
right.
It's about family. That's why I love feedback, folks. That's why it's called feedback. Because you got to get the feedback from the community,
That's right.
and we all in this
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Indeed.
Well, I'm going to hang up and continue watching.
All right, all
Thank
right.
you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, indeed. And,
You know of any community events or anything that are going on?
Well,
We,
I picked up, folks, if you didn't get your Michigan Chronicle with the Reverend Dr. Charles G. Anderson on the cover, this is a historic issue. It's a collector's item. There might be a few left on the stands. I picked up about 10 of them because I give them those gifts for the holidays. And see, that's why we got to think. But it's so many great people, Miss Broughton, that have done great work for the city of Detroit.
yeah.
And, this pastor was definitely one of them that's done really great work for the city of Detroit. And I'm looking, his birthday was December the 13th. 1936. So
wow.
we gonna go back to the Affirmation book
Yes.
and see who else was a great person born or what event happened on December the 13th. Because that's why I love the Affirmation book, folks. Everybody is a part of something special.
Right.
And I tell you, they showed the funeral was just here a couple of days ago. And it was something to see. Everybody was out. The love was definitely flowing for the late pastor, Dr. Charles Adams. I mean, it don't get no better than that. Let's see who we got here. Oh, my goodness. Archie Moore, the boxing champion. His name was Archibald Lee Wright. Was born in Benoit, Mississippi in 1913 on this day. And of course, they got Charles Adams in the book.
Oh, wow.
How about that, folks?
Wow.
Progressive National Baptist Convention president. Was born in Detroit, Michigan. How about that? And for some of you old cats, they like myself, I'm an old guy. So I remember Fergie Jenkins, pitched for the Boston Red Sox. Ferguson Jenkins, born 1943, professional baseball Hall of Famer, was born in Chatham, Ontario. That's right across the bridge.
Wow.
All right. I'm telling you folks, we have, all over North America, all over the world, black people are just some really incredible people and have done some incredible things.
Right. And Dr. Charles Adams is was the pastor of Hartford Avenue Baptist Church.
Yes, indeed. And, yes, indeed. And incredible church right over there. You know, you guys folks know right over there on Lejeune there, right off the freeway. And you can't miss it.
Right.
Matter of fact, a good friend of mine played piano for the orchestra for a long time. He passed away about 10 years ago. Brother Vernon Fales. And, for folks out there who go to the church and remember Vernon Fales, you know it's been some real special people that come through Hartford Memorial, and that's what is important. That's what it's about. And it's about that love, and man, I love Detroit, folks. And you know Miss Broden loves Detroit. And we got to start putting more love out there. Because, I mean, it just, I don't know what's going on with the D, but it's almost like we losing the energy or something. And that's why we trying to bring back that love. That's why it's important that we have venues like this to get out TV shows and radio shows. I mean, Brother R.J. Watkins, the history of what these people did and what these gentlemen did. WGPR, the first black-owned radio station, TV station in America. I mean, come on now. I mean, just all the history is right here in Detroit. And, I mean, people still out here trying to do great things. It ain't easy to do this stuff. You know, it ain't easy to run a radio station. It ain't easy to come every Monday do shows. It ain't easy to go to all the meetings. So what you got to do is say, you know what, I support those people because they out there doing the work. And, you know, and by your support, then you become a part of doing the work. That's the key. And, you know, Miss Broden, it's the holiday season. And like you said, after next week, we going into Kwanzaa. And, I mean, the love just continue to flow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And the fact that Maulana Karenga thought that it would be beneficial for our community to remember the principles that we should live by, you know? And especially when you think about cooperative economics. And if we would begin and continue to support all of our people that we can, then that gives us a bigger and more sustainable collection of resources that will cause our communities to flourish. You know. Now I know there's something that perhaps people today are not as familiar with, the younger people, and that was the numbers racket. They called it a racket, right? However, numbers was an industry in the black community. Those who back the numbers. And for those who don't know what that is, it's just the lottery that the state has taken.
Yeah.
And the state now has a lottery, which formerly was the street numbers.
They called it policy. It came under
You're
a few different
it was
names.
that's right. And here in the city of Detroit, the reason I mention it is because those who back the numbers, back the community, employed many people in that community. You had the folks in the homes spread out through the area who woke up in the morning, took their showers or their baths, went downstairs and put on some water and put on some coffee. The neighbors would come by, sit down and talk a little while, and then give their little slip with their numbers on it, 3 digits, that they wanted to take a chance on winning. They could play as little as, 5 cents a number?
Even a
I
penny
think.
back then.
Penny back. And like nickel would get you $25. And of course, $25 back then was a lot to help those who wanted to get something extra for the home, to buy milk, bread, etc. Then that's one employee. Then you had the younger people who would come around at the design time to each of those who collected the numbers and the payment, or the bet as it was called. That's the second level of employees. There was a third level of employees. That was the person who followed the collector of the bets for safety reasons. And I don't ever remember hearing a time when somebody was robbed, but that's the third level of employees that were hired in the neighborhood. The person who collected the bets went back to the base location, turned the slips and the money in to a fourth level. Those were the persons who verified the money and the numbers on the slips that were turned in. That's a fourth level. Then you had the numbers who that were reported at a designated time. And then you had the person who would return those who had won their winnings from the bet that they made. So
it was a
that's the
well-oiled
sixth
machine.
level. Oh, baby, was it ever. And the people in the neighborhood would go to the backer sometimes and say, could you help me? I need some money for whatever. And he would. You had children in the neighborhood whose parents wanted them to attend college, and the backers of the numbers would pay for their college education. There was a lot that took place. There was one time when there were several children who died in a fire in the home, and this one backer of the numbers paid for all of the funerals for those children. He sure did.
Amazing.
So he had the confidence and the love of the people in the neighborhood, and he had the confidence of the people who supported him as well.
It wasn't like it was doing any harm to anybody. You know,
no.
It was just a fun thing. You just pick a number here and there and try your luck at something.
Right.
And not only that, Miss Broughton, but the people who worked for these people that ran it, they branched out and started businesses. I know people that started car washes, and party stores, just by making the money in the numbers game, and all of this. And some of them are still open to this day, folks. And they pass them on to their family, and they keep going. So it's I've got a sister named, it was about a sister named Fanny. She's got a book. I think her daughter wrote a book about her here in Detroit. We got to have somebody from them on next year to talk about that. We're going to discuss this whole way. I got the book. I know the family. And we're going to have somebody down to talk about the history of the numbers here in Detroit, Miss Broden.
Oh,
that's going to be a fun show.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Indeed, indeed. And, Tim said we up on the break again.
Again? Oh, my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun and sharing good information.
That's right.
Stay tuned, refreshing your drinks, and call somebody else, and we'll be back momentarily.
It's the These Nuts Show with your host, Butter and friends. Butter here, magician escape artist, practicing for my show tonight. Come on in, have a seat.
All right, everybody settle. Butter, you're on in 5, 4, 3, 2.
In a few seconds, you gotta be enough to get out of this one. Twist a little turn, ta-da! It's showtime! It's your old friend Butter here. I may be a nut, but I know to wear my mask. Please welcome my first guest tonight, fitness guru, Wally Warmer.
Wally Warmer here to tell you to wash your hands with soap and water for 20 seconds so you will stay healthy and strong like me.
Almond Cruz here, sliding in with the news. Distance is what we must do to stay away from the chew and other germs in the air that might be trying to get on you. Social distancing is a wonderful way to see friends. As long as you're 6 feet apart, you win.
Hey there, friends. I wouldn't miss this for the world. It's me, Pumpkin Spice, your healthy girl. Remember, it's important to use your kind hearts and follow the signs to stay healthy and safe at all times.
Chica Chiminsky here to say, don't forget the little ones that need you to lead the way. That's how we remember to wash our hands, mask, and social distance today.
Morgan Raisin. Yes, it's me, here to sing about health and safety. We are all here to help get a message out to your grapevine, teaching healthy choices to stay safe all the time.
Don't let these guys drive you nuts. Put your mask on first, they'll let you be. And it keeps me safe from the
chew
that's trying to get on me.
Butter me up. She's right, you know. Thank you, Hallie Cranberry, for joining the show. Let's all be nuts about our health. Social distancing, wash your hands frequently, use hand sanitizer, and wear a mask. Practice what we learned to stay away from the germs. We're all in this together. Coming soon, the mini adventures of these nuts in a theater near you.
From the moment you walk into our centers, you'll be treated with compassion and respect. Make yourself at home. Enjoy a light snack and drink while you wait. You'll be able to see your doctor shortly.
As you walk in the door, you are greeted with nothing but smiles. I see smiles, they put a smile on my face.
At Dedicated Senior Medical Center, you are part of our family. We show you our love by frequently checking on you to make sure you're okay. This may include a quick phone call to seeing you in the office or even a telehealth visit. We even welcome walk-in visits. We know your time is important, and that's why if you need blood work or even an x-ray, we can take care of that during your visit too.
You don't even have to have an appointment to see a doctor. If you're home and you're not feeling well, don't wait and have to run to an emergency room.
At Dedicated, we coordinate all aspects of your care. We make sure you have your referrals and all visits scheduled before you leave. This includes appointments with your doctor and specialists. If you need medications, we can take care of that too. We offer many of your daily prescriptions right on site, packaged up, and handed to you before you go.
I have the opportunity of getting my prescriptions filled right there. I don't have to go someplace and wait or come back the next day. I have a busy day, a busy schedule, so when I can just pick things up right where I am, I'm happy.
Our doctors care about you and want to know if you aren't feeling well. Just like family, we are always here for you, day or night. We're only a phone call away, and you can always reach us at our centers or even by calling your doctor's cell phone.
They give us their cell phone number, and it's not an imposition. They welcome it.
From all of us at Dedicated, we look forward to honoring you with the healthcare you deserve.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
WGPR Detroit, HD2.
Feedback. Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you. Feedback. And we are back.
Yes, indeed.
And thank you so much for staying with us this morning. It's a lovely day, regardless of whether it's snowing or not. It's a lovely day because you are still here with us.
Yes, indeed.
And don't forget it. Right.
And call in and get some of these gifts on this table here, and just come on down to the station and say, I got a gift. I know the Hood Research left us something here. Indeed. You know, we were talking over the break, Miss Broughton. Folks, pick up a Sunday paper sometime. I have a subscription to them, so I get them every Sunday. But there's a really interesting ad, Miss Broughton, an article about a developer here in Detroit. Her name is Sauda Amai Green. And she's got a development in the Virginia Park area called the Merrill Place Unit Development. You got 27 units, multifamily housing development at 1312 Seward. And it's a $12 million development slated to open by the spring of 2025. Now, according to this article here, they have 36 projects that are led by black developers that are at various stages of development, ranging from pre-development, completed construction, all the way up to just getting data right now. So the Detroit Housing and Revitalization Department has highlighted most of them during the State of the City address. They say the mayor highlighted them. But I'm telling you, it's a lot going on out there, and we're going to be finding out what's going on for this new year, folks. This is why you got to watch Feedback, because that way you can keep up with what's going on.
Well, that's true.
We didn't know it was that many developments.
No, I did not. 2 maybe, but 36?
Right.
Ooh, that is it's a positive report. It is. And I'm hoping that it continues to grow, and that our people will believe in themselves, believe in their loved ones, believe in their community, and know that it can be better and that it will be better. We just need to advocate for our communities, for our city. And I heard yesterday that the governor is concerned about growing the population of the state of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was kind of interesting because I had heard some months ago that she was, what's a good word, recruiting people from Ukraine to come to Michigan. So I'm sure there are a lot of people who want to leave Ukraine who would come here.
Yeah. We know that, you get a lot of extra money for if you bring in folks from Afghanistan now it's Ukraine, and, they paying a lot of these black HBCUs to, they're getting free tuition, folks. They bring them in here and they giving them scholarships and free tuition, but the government is funding it, so it's subsidized. But, the whole thing is, let's just be honest.
Oh, yes.
Black folk need free scholarships. I mean, we want it's expensive to go to school.
Right. And when you graduate from what is it, high school now, you can get funding before college, or is it junior college?
Well, I think what it is like
what
some of them, like I think Highland Park is one of them where you can get classes you take while you're in high school, and that'll go towards some of the state schools and some of the community colleges, and you'll get credits. So that'll clear up some of all of that work trying to get all them credits to finish your degree. So I think, to be honest with you, go to high school, and that should give you enough credit for 2 years, folks. So you shouldn't have to pay for 2 years worth of schooling to get a degree. I mean, a bachelor's degree. Because most of you, if you go to college, you realize most of the classes are electives, and you burn up a lot of money spending it on classes that not even a part of your major. They just want you to take these classes. So you take in psychology, even though you might not be interested in psychology. You might be a business major. You got to take a math elective. All of these things that, you're like, this is costing me a lot of money. And this is why a lot of times a lot of black students don't finish school. They get through 2 years, they might even make it through 3, and then it's like the money runs out. Then what do? Because you're right there at the finish line, but you don't have the funding to get through. So this is something that we need to work on. We need to talk to a lot of our legislatures about. And look, let's figure out a way to make going through graduate studies and moving on to that second level a lot less taxing. But, Ms. Broden, because it takes a toll on you.
Right.
And your family.
Yeah, right. Don't leave them out. Right. There was, what is it called? I think I heard the mayor announce it. It's not the Detroit Promise, but there's some fluffy name for it. Mm-hmm. And he was saying that there would be a scholarship available as well. Okay. And I heard yesterday that Wayne State has some program for aviation as well.
Good. We got somebody at the door there, Tim.
So that's some interesting stuff too. So anyway, I also want to let you know that the cookie drop. I'm just learning about the cookie drop.
Yeah, sweet potato delights.
Yeah, and Gerald Davis, the current president of the Thursday Luncheon Group, nominated Hood Research for the cookie drop.
All right.
So that means
Dr. Valanda Anderson.
Oh yes. Oh goodness. And the chocolate chip cookie.
You done fell in love with that chocolate chip.
Yes. It is so good.
And it's vegan, folks.
And when she was here with us, that salad was good too.
Oh yeah. Sweet potato salad.
You're right. I had never heard of it, let alone tasted it, but that was very good as well. Yes.
And colorful with all the red pepper, green peppers in there.
Right. And the sweet potato. Oh man. It was just good. That's all I can tell you.
And folks, it's the thing, Dr. Valanda Anderson is a doctor. So she know about giving you something that's healthy. Oh, we just had somebody pop on in here. We got brother in the house, folks. We got his book. We just gave his book out.
Oh,
Anthony Brogdon is in the building, popping in for the last 20 minutes. What you doing sitting over there? We're going to get him a chair real quick. You can sit in this chair. Come over and sit with Miss Broden for the last 20 minutes of the show.
My goodness.
And talk to us about what you doing out here in the community. You got the book. I'm going to get up out the chair and let brother.
I'm sitting in the big man chair now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. This is incredible.
To
you. Likewise.
Yes.
Yeah, it's, go ahead.
We have your book. We just gave one away.
Oh,
so
did you? Mm-hmm. Oh, man, that's tremendous. Because, it is my mission that people hear this information. Mm-hmm. I if I could give them away, I would. Mm-hmm. Because I want people, and I do give and donate to schools across America. Oh. Yeah, that's a campaign. Probably donated about 375 books so far. Oh. Because I want the kids to hear what I like to call good Black history.
Right.
A lot of times we talk about Black history, we talk, it's the gloom and doom of it all. What I mean? You know, it's to beat down what they did to us and stuff like that. But there's a ton of stories.
Well, tell us one or two.
Oh, well, how about this one? There's a story of a guy, a black guy who was enslaved out of Louisiana. My man was so inventive, he ended up buying a boat. Sailed the boat up and down the East Coast River, East Coast up to New York and so on and so forth.
Wow.
As a transport company. Made a bunch of money. Said, hey, but I'm ready to head west. I heard about California, which was owned by Mexico at the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My man go out to California, and he is considered the founder of San Francisco.
Oh.
A black guy, William Leesdorf.
William Leesdorf.
Well, look him up, everybody. Or get you a copy of the book. It's in the book. It's real easy.
Right.
Yeah, but William Leesdorf, black guy. And let's see, I'll give you another one. There was a lady who, while she was enslaved, and let me say this, there's a movement to stop the word slave. That's, kind of taking steam across the country. Because slave is a noun. So if I'm in that condition, that don't mean that's who I am. That's the circumstances that have been brought upon me.
That you were
and so
enslaved.
you are enslaved. Everybody, let's go with this.
Right.
And so let's say if you were enslaved and you escaped, then are you still a slave? Think about it. No, you were enslaved, and that condition has gone away. It was not something that most anybody appreciated, especially as the enslaved person. And so, give you the story as you had asked. There was a sister who, while she was enslaved, she helped fix the clothes of the other enslaved people on her plantation. Got so good, she became to come up with her own designs. Got so good that her enslaver would allow her to travel. And they allowed them to travel by themselves on occasion. So she would leave the South, come up to New York, see clients. How about that? She's a fashion designer. Her name is Elizabeth Keckley, and her biggest, most noted client was Abraham Lincoln's wife.
Oh, my goodness.
Mary Todd Lincoln. Oh, yeah. They became very good friends.
Elizabeth Keckley.
Elizabeth Keckley.
A seamstress.
That's right. Fashion designer.
Yeah.
This is, 1864, 65, somewhere around there.
And that was before the abolishment.
That's right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole bunch of dynamics to this Black history story. And that's the thing we need to understand. Just like it is in America today. There's all kind of ways to look at it. Because it's just human people, it's that who are making these conditions, and some of them were, not so bad folk. Maybe you want to say even enslavers. There's stories where they really did do, various things to, help those that were up under them, as you want to call it. There were instances where you could be enslaved and your husband be free and live in the same house.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Live in the same.
You are enslaved.
The woman
and
is
your
enslaved.
That's right.
But the husband is free.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Wow.
Yeah, and I chronicle this in the book.
Wow.
How about this one? There was a gentleman who he did shoes, repaired shoes, what have you. He's enslaved, and he had a shoe stand and what have you. Enslaved allowed him to do it, and my man was making so much money that he was allowed and given a price that he could buy his freedom. He said, I don't want it. I don't need to do that. Because, see, when you bought your freedom, you had 1 year before you had to leave the territory. He said, I'd rather just stay here.
What?
Yeah. It's in the book. And I just tell you, this is about the different dynamics that happen. So, I tell you, my thing now is that I'm going to do a lot more to get out in the public, that I can tell these stories. I got a lot of events coming up. I'm speaking at the Birmingham Museum, Birmingham, Michigan, outside of here. We got a museum.
Right up Woodward Avenue, Birmingham, Michigan.
They got a museum that's got a huge Underground Railroad exhibit.
Birmingham, Michigan has an Underground Railroad.
There were a ton of free black folks that was going and landing in Birmingham. Yeah. Yeah, you know, in some respects,
Birmingham,
could be the
Michigan
first
has an underground railroad.
Yeah.
Now you know Hood Research has got to go.
Yeah, you got to go. It's
Yeah, got to
it's
go.
January 20th.
January
At the
20th.
Birmingham Museum. Y'all probably passed it a bunch of times. Going down Maple. It's right there where Southfield Freeway ends. I'm speaking at the Ann Arbor Library. I'm speaking at the Michigan State Detroit Center. I'm speaking at the main library. All this will be on my website, businessintheblack.net.
All right.
And then we talked about the other day, my big deal is that I'm having my own Black History Festival. It's called Freedom Quindaro. And this is June 7th through the 9th in Kansas City, Kansas.
June 7th
through the 9th.
through the 9th.
Yep, Kansas City, Kansas. So you might say, hey, why Kansas City, Kansas? It is the site of America's largest underground railroad location.
Kansas?
Yeah. Short story. What happened was there's a Kansas City, Kansas, and a Kansas City, Missouri, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, the Missouri part was a slave state. But there was a river that is not wider than the Detroit River, so it's narrower than that, that separated the Kansas City, Kansas. All right, you with me now? And Kansas City, Kansas was a free state.
Oh.
So if you could get across that river, which, you know, I suspect people could swim across it. Like I said, it wasn't that wide, maybe without the current getting to them.
Right.
Then you could, in some terms, be free.
Okay. So you would go from Kansas City, Missouri,
Right.
across that river to Kansas City, Kansas.
That's right.
Where people were free.
Well, they're free.
But
Now,
what
that's
they-
not to say that the guy didn't come over there looking for you.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was, you know, he'd come all the way up north, so you know he'd go
Okay.
across the river to find you.
But
But
now-
nonetheless, there were instances, and it's a neighborhood called Quindaro that was first settled by the Indians. And what happened, the Indians would then help the freedom seekers.
Oh, okay.
And so they would help him in this neighborhood in particular. And also a big guy that was there. And this is one of the things I talk about when I do public speaking also, is that there were plenty of white folk that fought for us. throughout the-
Abolitionists, they were called?
There you go. That's right. And one of them, the big, most noted, was out of that Kansas City, Kansas area, was John Brown.
Oh,
They got a big statue there. So what we're going to do is June 7th through the 9th, we, for one price, I'm going to feed you Friday night at the Fish Fry. Saturday, I'm going to feed you at the Fun in the Park. I guess I won't use the word picnic. And that's going to be in the Quindaro Park. You're going to be able to take tours of the area. All that's included in the price. Give you a nice, soft T-shirt with a beautiful design on it. And then Sunday, when we all leave, there'll be a little continental breakfast in the park. And so this is June 7th through the 9th. It's called Freedom Quindaro. I must admit, I can only accept 300 people because I can comfortably handle that number. So we're going to feed you. We're going to party. We're going to get enlightened by what happened. We're going to feel the voices and the footsteps of the freedom seekers that came through there. As you might know, I have a show on YouTube, Strong Inspirations. And how I found out about this is I interviewed a gentleman whose great-great-grandfather was one of those freedom seekers that ended up in Quindaro. And they have a museum in his honor.
Oh,
and
nice.
so he tells the story. So if you go to the show, Strong Inspirations on YouTube, scroll down, and then because it's over 500 videos, and you'll see the one where we talk about the Quindaro neighborhood. But that's June 7th through the 9th. Come on out. This is you fly into Kansas City, Missouri, and then we won't have a shuttle, but it's like a $20 taxi ride or something like that to get to the Kansas City, Kansas. And we're going to be at the hotel downtown, Kansas City, Kansas. And we're going to rock them. We're going to rock them, sock them, and you're going to come out of there with your mind blown. You're going to feel what them people went through to get from the Missouri to the Kansas side. And so that's called Freedom Quindaro. So I'm going to do a few of those. You know, there's going to be places I'm going somewhere, you know, in the country, and I'll put out the message on my social media. Come on out and meet me. You know, come out and partake and see what I'm seeing while I'm there, or hear what I'm saying, so on and so forth. So
that sounds
man,
wonderful.
I really appreciate both of you for being as supportive as you have for me. Yeah. Oh,
That's
man,
right.
and I tell you, I got about 10, 15, messages or calls that they saw me on the show. Yeah, the readership is effective, and these conscious people that watching you all, these folks here got their game right. Y'all done cued these folks in. They was like, yo, I didn't know all of what you were saying, but I done investigated it already, and so on and so forth.
See?
Yeah. Get the book.
And you got to be a member of Hood Research.
Hood Research, and I commend you all, because what you all have decided to do is be committed to this through Hood Research. You how many years?
31.
31 years. Oh my God, that's a lot of in front of the camera, behind the camera. I don't go to no events now that you're not at. You sitting there and looking good and whatnot. I say there she is. Matter of fact, it ain't happening without you being there.
well, we're in town, out of town.
Yeah,
we're in state, out of state.
Yeah,
we're in the country and out of the country.
I was on the conference call with you on Saturday, and thank you again for allowing me to share this on your conference call. But then the sister behind me, she out of Compton, California. She's the president of NAACP.
That's right.
I said, y'all global. Y'all the real deal. Man, I'm so happy to be a part of this. I'm gonna do all I can and feature you and stuff like that on my show. And I'm a reciprocator.
All right.
Yeah, this ain't no one-sided happy moment.
Okay.
Oh, I bring it back at you.
And that means on New Year's Day at 3 p.m., where will you be?
Oh, I'll be at the historic King Solomon Church.
All right.
Boy, I tell you, see, what happens is, okay, you party New Year's Eve, and I'm sure you'd have woke up by at least 11 or 12, and then you get you some breakfast and stuff like that, and then put your clothes on and leave the house, by 2 o'clock. And by 3 o'clock, I'm ready to lighten you up for the new year.
That's right.
One of the things I'm going to talk about is New Year's Eve is when it was candlelight service for the enslaved people, because see, Abraham Lincoln had signed that paperwork, that emancipation. So it went in fact New Year's Eve. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you how them people, as I imagine, but some, official accounts, how excited they were. They were sitting up. They didn't sleep New Year's Eve. So New Year's Day, they was like, hey, we got word that when the troops come through, we gonna be free. Yeah, that's a significant moment in our history. Juneteenth is too, But I tell you about Juneteenth. Shoot, that Galveston, you know what happened was? That's an island.
Right.
Yeah.
This date, December 18th, was the day they ratified the 13th Amendment.
There you go. Y'all heard him. Yeah, he talking offline. This is how much commitment this brother got. He ain't even in front of the camera. He's still sharing knowledge. Man, I'm telling you, this Hood Research, y'all, this some serious stuff here.
Thank you.
This ain't no joke. And y'all telling people and then having me come speak January 1st. I was supposed to go out of town. I said, ain't nothing more important than sharing this. I go out of town later, I don't need to do nothing but thank the Lord for what he has given me and blessed me with this year. I got my mind, pretty solid. Got all my limbs working. My eyes getting a little worse, but other than that, that come with age.
But
yeah.
When January 1st was talked about, we went down to the museum for it, but prior to that, I spoke with the lady who organizes the Kwanzaa program there, and she was saying 2 other organizations had been talked with, etc., about doing New Year's Day. And she says, well, you've been recommended. As a matter of fact, we were recommended by James Ford. James Ford is passionate about hood research. He's passionate about Obama Weekend, which takes place on the first weekend in August. And he is right now hot to trot about all these people who are racing through red lights, T-boning other drivers and having accidents and killing people, etc. But anyway, he recommended us. So I spoke with the lady down there, Yolanda Jacks. And she says, well, I'm waiting to hear from these other two groups. So far, I've not heard anything. And she gave, I guess, a date. And she says, and I'll call you back. And she did. And I was thinking about it. I said, we'll be glad, we'll be proud to present New Year's Day, the last day of Kwanzaa. I said, you know what? She says, what? I said, it's going to be wall-to-wall people. She said, why you say that? I said, because everyone does not suffer from a hangover.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone is not watching a football game.
Yeah.
And so she chuckled, and sure enough, it was wall-to-wall people. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, when we finished, there were still people coming because they had gotten the date wrong. And the time was not uniform for all of the 7 days. So I'm hoping that now that it's being celebrated, that all of the days will be uniformed. Our time is 3 p.m. on New Year's Day.
Yeah, at the historic King Solomon Church.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So
with Malcolm X spoke.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't stand in his shoes. I'll stand off to the side, but nonetheless, I'm going to try to do something to encourage you,
right?
As he did.
Right.
On New Year's Day, get this year started, and one of the things I'm gonna tell you is volunteer and help somebody.
Absolutely,
that's the answer. So I thank you so much. Yeah, get your copy of this right here.
All right.
It's
the name of the book.
The name of the book, Black Business Book, only $10. Because I got them in my basement. I want you to have it. So go to my website. This is where I autograph the book. When you order it on the website, businessintheblack.net. But I will say it is available on Amazon. But if you go to the website, you get a signed copy. And wrap it up. Oh man, I'm happy to be here once again. I had a meeting because I had a toy drive.
Oh
yeah. I had a toy drive Friday night at this very elegant black-owned art gallery here in Detroit, and. So I got to go. I had to deliver the toys.
Oh, wonderful!
Morning. Go ahead, take it away.
At the end of the program, I always say it's not necessary for you to know everything. What is necessary is for you to know how to find what you need when you need it. We at Hood Research seek out as much information as we can to share with you, and encourage you to do the same and share with us. Our number is area code 248-234-2371. Again, area code 248-234-2371. We want you to follow us on Twitter, which is now X. Go to our website and join Hood Research. Thank you so much for being with us this morning, Anthony Brogdon. And thank all of you for tuning in today. And tune in again next Monday. And don't forget to join us on our conference call every Saturday from 3 until 6 p.m., where we also bring the same. Peace.
Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinda.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
And take us along with you.
Feedback.